After this, I shut up. Pipe down, bruv. After this, after I beat you in the wrestling's biggest event, I am going to be the only man to say I've beaten Kenny Omega, Kazuchika Okada, and Chris Jericho in 2 months. And that goes very well in 6 months' time because my contract comes up for New Japan Pro Wrestling. And who is not going to pay millions and millions of dollars for Will Ospreay? Because I know I am the best wrestler in the world. I'm better than the Elite. I'm better than Danielson. I'm better than Punk. I'm better than you.
Yo, party people, what is up? It's your boy, the best guy in the biz. What an incredible go-home show of AEW Dynamite that we had tonight right here on the last live show before All In, the historic pay-per-view from London that is gonna freaking set the world on fire if it hasn't already. Better Than You, baby, reaching another level of cinema before their historic main event matchup and huge match on 0 Hour this Sunday afternoon for us here in the States. Swerve kicking AR Fox out of the Mogul affiliates, and Christian Cage dropping more dead dad jokes all over the place, and Ospreay and Jericho absolutely selling you on their matchup this Sunday night, and so much more. Guys, everything that happened here on this incredible episode of Dynamite, you're going to hear right here, right now. So make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, because newest episode to get to Gabe covering tonight's awesome Dynamite starts right about, yeah, you guessed it, now. Guys, once again tonight, Better Than You, baby, Adam Cole, MJF, producing cinema, both in their separate interviews and then out in the ring again to really just put in the space of your mind to just be like, who's gonna turn on each other? Part of your brain's like, yo, it's gonna probably be Adam Cole, but then part of your brain's like, nah, it's gonna be MJF. Like, you're like, and it's been so great. I love the fact, and I said this before, that they are making it so you don't 100% know either way who's turning on who this Sunday in the world title match. Most likely, though, it feels like Better Than You, baby, is going to die either way. So, honestly, we're not really ready. So, bring the tissues. It's going to be so freaking emotional. Like when Jack freaking died in Titanic, or when Bambi died, or any other emotional kind of, shitstorm of emotions that was caused by one of your favorite movies growing up as a kid. I don't freaking know. Point is, tonight, it was great. Both interviews showing MJF as, huge babyface, our scumbag, and we're really connecting with him like over this past 2 months with this amazing bromanship, and Adam Cole really snapping over the fact that he and MJF are friends and that he's not going to turn on him. And then a fake super kick almost to the face of MJF, and him teasing with the Dynamite Diamond Ring and almost hitting Cole with it right before they hug it out. Cinema, again, is the only way to describe it. I can't wait for this match. I can't wait for the match against Aussie Open on 0 Hour. I can't wait for their main event match. It's just going to end up sucking when this, unless we get a miracle, Better Than You, baby, is probably going to die. And I still think MJF is walking out as world champion because they've been teasing him and Punk for like the past month or so. But hey, it's been a great ride. And if it ends, I probably won't be saying this after because I'll be probably in tears. But god dang it, it's been a hell of a ride. A hell of a ride. Boom. Alright guys, so a little bad news, good news situation. Bad news, Rey Fenix will not be able to participate in the Stadium Stampede match at All In. He's going to have to stay in the States because he's trying to get his residency, so he can't dip and head over the pond to participate in the biggest pro wrestling show ever. But good news is, PNP, Proud and Powerful, Santana and Ortiz are back for the first time in over a year. Santana is back and Ortiz is back too, looking to finish things off with Eddie after, they had their falling out earlier this year. So now it is just straight up 5-on-5. Moxley, Claudio, Wheeler Yuta of the BCC, Proud and Powerful, PNP, baby, one of the roughest, baddest tag teams on the planet, especially here in AEW, is back. Santana, Ortiz against our international world of the world, Freshly Squeezed, Orange Cassidy, Best Friends, Chucky T, and our boy Trent Beretta. and Eddie Kingston, the Mad King, and Phoenix's older brother looking for revenge. Penta El Cero Miedo Stadium Stampede. Let's go. This match is going to be great. I can see it going either way, because either way, they're going to segue from this into All Out next week to finally do Orange Cassidy versus Moxley. And that's kind of another one I could see going either way. I don't think Mox needs the international title, but he'd be a good person to finally dethrone Orange Cassidy. But that'd be a great win for Orange Cassidy to, be like, oh shit. Like, we already knew he was great, but that's like a holy shit of like beating Jon Moxley. Not that many people have done that. So, honestly, I can really see this going either way with Eddie's side or the BCC winning Stadium Stampede, because whoever wins that kind of will tell you who's probably going to win Moxley versus Cassidy in the coming week at All Out. But it's going to be great. I'm curious how it's going to end up working in Wembley, so the intrigue is there for that. But one thing is for sure, it's going to be violent. It's going to be cinematic. It's going to be a banger. I cannot wait. Let's get violent, boys. P&P is back too, baby. Let's go. Guys, two of the best wrestlers on the planet. Will Ospreay, arguably not even in his prime, because he can get even better. If you can't believe that, because it is crazy. And then Chris Jericho, literally the GOAT, king of reinvention, one of the best to ever do it. And yet, when people heard this match get announced like last week, they were like, really? I don't know. I have my reservations. They had like the reservations about it. But tonight, done. Because in one promo segment, they turned that shit all around on you. And now you're hype as hell for Ospreay, Jericho inside Wembley. Literally going to personal digs. We're bringing in some real life. Jericho literally saving Will Ospreay from not ending up in a wheelchair by having him tone down his in-ring style and having the longevity that he's had now to become literally one of the best in the world. And see that little multiple teases from Will Ospreay. One says, hey, yo, I'm better than CM Punk. I'm better than Danielson Okada. All them, dude. And in 6 months, my New Japan contract is Dunsky. So sign me up, dude. Will Ospreay is going to be all elite in 2024. You already know, future AEW World Champion. You already freaking know, looking through the eye of the future, that dude is going to run this place. But in terms of the match with Jericho, I loved it. It got so personal. And at the end, when they were just trying to beat the shit out of each other and security separate them, I'm like, nah, let them fight. I'm hyped. Let them kick each other's ass. Yeah. Honestly, at the end of the day, Will Ospreay is going to end up winning this match. But I think we're ready for Jericho to like bust out one of those performances where we're like, dude, he's doing that at like 50 something or close to 60. What the hell? I'm not saying it's going to be like all kinds of water flowing kind of match like when Jericho was younger or like what Ospreay is used to. But I think for what the pace of the match is going to go, I think it's going to be really good. And it might end up turning into an even better match that we originally expected it to be. So Ospreay, Jericho, you sold us all with what you said on the mic from the gift of Gabe, the best guy around the biz. Y'all gabbed your way into making every single person now who wasn't behind it in it to win it, to watch this match. So go out there in Wembley and tear the freaking house down. There's going to be a lot of great matches on this card. So make sure you guys make your case for why your match should be considered best of the night. Let's have some fun in Wembley, boys. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Aye. Ladies and gentlemen, ever since Double or Nothing, we have pretty much seen long-term storytelling between the Acclaimed and the House of Black. Not once, but twice, Billy Gunn has taken the pinfall, taken the L for the trio against the House of Black for the trios titles. First back at Double or Nothing, and then back at the Newark show where he seemingly retired. But now, a month later, Daddy Ass is finally back, and it has been made official. The final match on the main card of All In, making it all to 10, 11, including the 0-hour matchup. The Acclaimed and Daddy Ass versus the House of Black for the trios titles. One more time with only one caveat. It's not going to be Daddy Ass showing up. It's going to be the badass Billy Gunn showing up to get that one last taste of championship gold he hasn't felt in so long, that the Acclaimed promised they said that they were going to give him. Let's freaking go, guys. Honestly, I thought they were probably going to win back at the Newark show that I went to. So I'm like, oh, it's the second time they might win. But since then, I'm like, they're teasing it to go one more time, and it's going to be third time's a charm, and that's where they're going to win. I was like, are they going to do it all out, or are they going to do it all in? Personally, I like that they're doing it all in because it would have been great all out, but oh my God, the atmosphere when you hear that 1, 2, 3 new trios champions, it's going to be absolutely fantastic and so well deserved. The Acclaimed have been great literally since this time last year when they won the tag titles. They haven't really stopped, and now it's time to make them trios champs. House of Black, they've been great as champions. I said when they won them back in March, they're going to be champs till like at least the summer, like August, September, and they pretty much have been, and they've been doing really good. Great matches with lights of House of Black and other thrown together teams, and even CMFTR. So they've done their job as trios champs. Look, it's time for them to now reach the next phase and hand the titles over to one of the best trios in not just AEW, but in the world. Badass Billy Gunn, a.k.a. Daddy Ass, and the Acclaimed, who are going to scissor as our new trios champions this Sunday afternoon. Scissor me, boys. It's going to be great. Guys, a lot of stuff happened in the Swerve, AR Fox versus Darby, and Nick Wayne Tornado Tag Rules match. First off, Swerve kicked AR Fox out of the Mogul Embassy. Didn't see that coming. Then they were all standing together with Sting, and then Christian Cage has now taken the spot of AR Fox, and the moment we were all waiting for since Nick Wayne became All Elite, Christian Cage mocked his dead freaking father. My God, you were waiting for it. Dude is literally a straight menace. It is not even right. He finally did it. My thought is that Tony Khan said it earlier today. He was like, some parts of All In's card are going to change a little bit, like Phoenix not being on the card, like stuff like this is going to happen because of like outside stuff, like stuff that's beyond their control, like, you know, him trying to like, he has to stay in the States for like his citizenship, all that kind of thing. And I think something like that happened with AR Fox, to where they kind of like pressed the fast forward button on, you know, him getting turned on by Swerve Strickland. So they just said, let's tie in Darby's other story with this story and just close it out in some way, shape, or form in the coffin match before Darby goes on to fight Luchasaurus for the TNT Championship. So now it's Christian Cage versus Swerve Strickland coffin match against Sting and Darby. The match is still going to be fantastic. Look, just from what Darby and Christian did this past Saturday on Collision was fantastic. He has great chemistry with Swerve already, and Sting always finds a way to stud out in these kind of matches. So the match is still going to be a banger. I absolutely love it. And the AR Fox thing did kind of still like gel a little bit together. It was like, yo, it was a test and you failed. And then like, so they ended up kind of still doing it right for something that could have been like something that was like, whoa, that didn't 100% make sense. So I think they did good with it. I'm looking forward to it. And if you haven't learned already from Wardlow, Jack Perry, or now Nick Wayne, don't become an AEW if you have a dead father, because Christian Cage is going to just smile, laugh his ass off, eat it up, and just rub it right in your face, dude. Such a menace. Alright, you guys, that is Dynamite. We are done. Collision is still happening this week. It was taped. We're still definitely going to want to check that out. But All In is literally this Sunday night. And then we don't have much time to recover from that masterpiece of an event, because All Out is literally the next week after. We already got Hobbs versus Miro and Darby versus Luchasaurus for the TNT title lined up, and so much more, like Mox versus Cassidy, and maybe even CM Punk, MJF in some way, shape, or form. We're going to see what title action, you already know. And then Payback is the day before that. Rollins, Nakamura for the world title. Gable Gunther is going to be made official for that as well. And then the night before that, next Friday, guess what? John Cena is coming back. Maybe he'll team with a certain megastar at LA Knight. Yeah, but we'll wait and see. But for this week, Jimmy Uso coming back to SmackDown. Rey Mysterio is going to go straight into the Grayson Waller effect when he goes one-on-one with Grayson Waller. Guys, you're not going to miss any of these shows. This is an historic time in pro wrestling. Once again, an amazing time to be a wrestling fan. Cannot stress that enough. So, keep doing what you're doing. Like, subscribe, and make sure to check out what your boy, the best guy around the best, has to say after all these incredible shows and moments. And most importantly, remember, when it comes to talking wrestling, who better to gab with than Gabe right there. Okay, guys, I'll see you after SmackDown this Friday night as we get even closer to the biggest pro wrestling show ever, AEW All In Wembley Stadium. And let's see what new part of the Bloodline saga happens this week on SmackDown. Deuces, bye, peoples. I'll see y'all Friday. Brelf.